General Hospital spoilers. Drew's revenge erupts, uses Wiley and Amelia to destroy Michael. Shocking ban from Willow changes everything. Port Charles is about to witness a family implosion like never before. As emotions spiral, revenge burns, and trust is shattered, one man decides he's had enough. General Hospital spoilers reveal Drew Kane has gone to a dark place, and Michael Corinthos will be the first to suffer the consequences. With Wiley and Amelia caught in the crossfire and Willow left devastated, this storyline will upend every corner of their world. Drew Kane has long prided himself on being the level-headed ex-Navy SEAL, a man of honor. But General Hospital spoilers hint the man who returned from captivity is not the same man who once walked away from Jason Morgan's shadow. Following the emotional turmoil of recent months, losing Scout's respect, watching Carly drift from him, and witnessing the crumbling family legacy of Yelku, Drew begins unraveling. The final straw? Michael's secret manipulation behind Drew's prison sentence. Flashbacks will show Drew discovering a confidential recording Nina obtained, where Michael admits to pulling strings to keep Drew in Pentonville for a longer sentence. Michael's aim was to contain Drew and stop him from interfering with Yelku's restructuring during a sensitive merger. The betrayal cuts deep. Drew sacrificed everything for Carly and her children. He served time to protect her and cover her financial secrets. And now, he learns that Carly's own son orchestrated his suffering? He snaps. General Hospital spoilers tease that Drew won't confront Michael outright. Instead, he hatches a twisted, calculated plan, using Michael's deepest vulnerabilities, his children. Drew reaches out to Harmony's former contact, someone who once helped her manipulate court documents and custody arrangements. Now, Drew wants the same for himself, except this time, to strip Michael of his rights. He isn't just going after Amelia. He's going after Wiley too. By leveraging Willow's past leukemia case and the legal guardianship documents tied to Wiley's adoption, Drew manipulates paperwork and legal precedent. He subtly builds a case against Michael's stability, citing aggressive behavior, a temper, and an abusive work schedule that endangers his children's well-being. The irony? Drew doesn't want custody. He wants control. He makes his move during a private conversation with Michael, where his voice is cold, foreign. If you ever want to see your children again, you'll resign from Yelku. You'll walk away. Or I'll take it all. Michael, stunned by Drew's threat, initially believes it's an empty promise. But within days, legal documents arrive at the Courtroom gatehouse. Drew has filed for emergency temporary custody of Amelia, with an interest in reviewing Wiley's situation as well. Michael's mind goes into overdrive. He tries to get ahead of the storm, reaching out to Diane for counsel, but even she's unsure how Drew obtained so many loopholes to exploit. He makes the mistake of keeping the entire situation from Willow. But secrets have a way of surfacing, especially in Port Charles. Willow finds out through a conversation with Carly and is devastated. Not only has her husband hidden the potential loss of their daughter from her, but he also continued to escalate tensions between himself and Drew, despite her repeated pleas to maintain peace in the family. In a heartbreaking confrontation, Willow weeps. "I begged you to stop fighting. I begged you to think of our kids. And now Drew's trying to take them from us, and you handed him the match and gasoline." Willow, emotionally exhausted and fearful of losing her family, takes the unthinkable step. She moves out of the gatehouse with Amelia and Wiley and temporarily moves into Carly's. But the betrayal doesn't stop there. In a dramatic courtroom scene, General Hospital spoilers reveal Willow is forced to make a decision: support Michael or support what's safest for the children. In a heart-wrenching twist, she testifies against Michael. She acknowledges that while Michael is a loving father, his recent choices, including his schemes against Drew and refusal to de-escalate conflict, have placed their children in emotional danger. She requests that the court grant supervised visitation only for Michael with both Wiley and Amelia until further notice. Michael is crushed. He stands in court, eyes filled with tears, watching his family slip away. Drew, cold and satisfied, watches from a distance, victorious, for now. Carly, reeling from the fallout, confronts Drew in a tearful exchange at the Metro court. "This isn't you, Drew. I don't know who this man is, but he's not the man I loved. But Drew doesn't flinch. He stares her down, hardened and scarred. That man died in Pentonville, while your son played chess with my life. Despite her efforts, Carly realizes she can't stop him. Her influence is gone. And worse, she may have to choose between standing by her son or the man she once believed was her savior. Nina, though facing her own legal woes over SEC charges, finds herself reluctantly pulled into the middle. She never expected to have the moral high ground, but she now sees Michael's downfall as karmic. However, even Nina feels uncomfortable watching Drew manipulate custody to destroy his enemy. She begins working behind the scenes, possibly even aligning with Willow to sabotage Drew's legal team. Their uneasy alliance could be the first sign of redemption for Nina, who tells Willow, "I know what it's like to lose a child, and I won't watch you lose yours too, even if I have to stand with you against Drew." Spoilers suggest whispers of Jason Morgan's return are gaining traction. If Jason resurfaces amid Drew's crusade, the brothers are likely headed for a collision of epic proportions. Jason is expected to arrive at the courthouse just in time for the next hearing, and what he witnesses stuns him. His twin, once noble and selfless, now weaponizes fatherhood like a sword. Jason will not stand by and let Drew destroy Michael, especially not for revenge. A brutal confrontation looms, where Jason might finally remind Drew what it means to protect family, even if that family made mistakes. As the story stretches, young Wiley begins acting out. Confused by the sudden separation from Michael, missing his routine and bedtime stories, Wiley sneaks away from the Courtroom mansion one night and runs to the gatehouse, where he finds Michael alone and broken. Their reunion is tearful. Wiley sobs in Michael's arms, asking, "Did I do something bad? Is that why I can't be home?" Michael reassures him, but it's clear the damage Drew caused isn't just legal. It's emotional, spiritual, and generational. Wiley's act becomes a major point in the custody case. The judge acknowledges the psychological harm inflicted by separating the children from their primary emotional anchor, and the tide begins to turn. In a poetic final twist, Scout, Drew's daughter, learns what her father has done. Upon overhearing a conversation between Sam and Alexis, Scout confronts Drew, shaking and furious. "You always told me family came first, but you just broke a family apart." Her words pierce through the armor Drew has built. For the first time in weeks, guilt floods his face. He's lost Scout, just like he's lost Carly, and soon he may lose everything. In an emotional scene on the General Hospital rooftop, Drew breaks down in Jason's arms, whispering that he doesn't know who he is anymore. With Jason's support and Nina's surprising help, Willow petitions the court to restore Michael's visitation rights. Though they're still estranged, Willow believes in healing. She knows her children need both parents, and that Michael, despite his flaws, never stopped loving them. Drew, now isolated and hollow, walks away from the custody battle. His empire of revenge has crumbled, and now he must face a new battle, reclaiming his soul. General Hospital spoilers promise this storyline is far from over. Drew's descent into darkness will shock even his closest allies. Michael's downfall will humble him in ways fans never expected. Willow's strength will define her legacy. And as Jason returns to clean up the mess, Port Charles braces for a season of heartbreak, redemption, and bitter truths. One thing is certain, nothing will ever be the same again.